Alright, so we got like a 02 or 05 Malibu Sunsetter that a customer wants a Wakesetter rack, a Malibu Wakesetter wake rack, tow rack on that. So this thing's like 88 and 5/8 wide, the whole thing, and then the boat like 60, what is it? What do we got? 76 and 3/4. So we got to take 11 and what do we got? 11 and 7/8 out of it. And we want to keep this center post up front here, so we got 5 and 15/16 marked out on each side of it, so we can cut out each of these chunks and then bring both into here and either sleeve it on both sides or plate it on both sides. We're not sure yet, but do something like that to make it strong again. And then this thing's actually got a big old crack in it that I'm going to be repairing too. So end up fixing that big crack too. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but that'll have to get fixed. And then this thing right here is gonna have to be shortened also to make it work. So I'll end up doing that too. And then basically it'll be the same amount out of this too. We'll see what happens with that. We're gonna try and cut this thing right now, right here, figure out how to do it. Figure out the best way to do it, I should say. We're just making sure everything's straight, square. Well, that escalated quickly. Got this thing in half. Got our pieces that we need right here to be cut out, or to be put back in. And then I'm just gonna cut out more of these too once I get it back mocked up together. So figure out what I need for tubing and to make it structural again. Go from there. Alright guys, so I'm setting up the rack here that we now have cut in half like you saw us doing. So I'm getting it set up right over here off the edge of the table. I have a plate underneath. Nice flat aluminum plate, nice thick one. Something to clamp to. I got a nice... Alright, so I was having some problems getting it mocked up and kind of set up how I want it. But I got the bottom dimension where I think I need it really close. It's looking good. We're going to take care of this last. I'm going to get that all taken care of. All we did here was cut out the toe point for now. And then I'll have to trim out, you know, the 5 inches basically that we did on each side, damn near, and then put that toe point back in there. Probably sleeve it on the inside like they already have, or sleeve it on the outside. Probably end up getting some tubing and doing some gussets, extra support to make it all rigid up again and be safe. So just giving you kind of a look over. Looks symmetrical to me, just looking at it. So let's tack it up. Alright, I'm just gonna show you my consumables. Just, I don't know, how do you guys store your consumables? I know a lot of guys use these and the smaller ones. I only have this one. I bought it to use it for this because I was sick of like my Stanley stuff where my whole top of my toolbox was filled with it. But oh shit, almost just lost my mind. Okay, that goes there. That's in the wrong spot. Got some garbage weld kits. Garbage fucking things because they don't fit. Whatever. La 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 la. What do I need? So I got my 1/8 inch over here. Got this. So I just kind of keep what I was using like in one like this, and then I'll grab it. I don't think there's a collet, so I got to grab a collet. That looks good enough. I just have a ton of extra stuff, so from over the years, so I just kind of have a ton of overstock for just being me, but it works. I gotta sharpen this. Alright, so I'm gonna grab this. That's what's nice. I can just grab this, come over here. I got this, I got my collet. I grab this. Let me put you back on the stand. Alright, so if I remember right, I'm going to use 40-43 rod on this. I'm going to start out with just tacking it with some 3/32 40-43. Got my Nova wireless pedal so I can kick it around. And I got my really dirty weld cold metals. I was grinding a bunch of shit, all this paint actually. I didn't video that because I figured it was kind of boring, but this shit is gross. They like primer this whole thing with fill primer because it's cast. It's what I'm assuming. I don't think it's Bondo, but it didn't smell like it anyway, but whatever. Everything's looking good, so I'm going to tack the other side and see how it looks after that. Alright guys, so I got this crack all welded up, both sides there. And then I'm getting it set up over here to get these plates for the top side. Got one of these for each to cover where the weld was. Then the bottom we'll do one big one. Alright, I'm on the back side. So I'm just going to show you how I'm doing this. It's kind of sketcy, but... So that one's gonna go like that. I didn't come up with that idea till afterwards, till Alec Snapchatted me and told me to do it. So there you go. Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's been a minute since I picked up the camera on this one, but we got everything plated up and basically welded. I got it, I think the last clips were me piecing it together and I was making the plates, and I kind of just went to town because this ended up being a little bit bigger project than I expected. And this is the bottom side if you were standing in the boat. So I got that plated with a 1/4 inch thick plate, and then I got the top also plated with 1/4 inch plate, welded all the way around in that crack that you saw me welding, and then I had grinded the top and bottom flush and then plated it, of course, and welded everything around. I actually still have to weld right here and right here. I just didn't clean it up when I did all this. So, and then I had to make this hoop fit again because he wanted it to be the big circle again, and we don't have a tube roller, so, and he, you know, I have a tube bender and stuff. We totally could have done that, but this is what he wanted, so we're doing that. But it looks stock for the most part. I mean, most of you don't know what these look like to begin with, but either way, this is in line. Whoops. This is in line with that, and that's all we really needed. So now I'm beefing this all up. I got some 1/4" plate on each side that will get welded all the way around like this, as you can already see on each side. And then this one's already welded. Ooh, those are hot already. I just placed them in there. Jeez. Okay, so I welded this plate on the bottom, same within here. And then now I'm going to put supports in there, and then cut these at an angle, make a cap, and cap it to the tube so it's structurally sound. And then welding these to the bar because the bolts don't work. Oh, and I also did this repair. So I got that all welded, this big box that I made. Lots of weld on the back of that. I just don't want anything to have a chance to break. Then I formed up this box. Just kind of connect all that again and make it look, you know, just not like two tubes formed back together. Give it some structure and make sure it's right. So now I'm just leveling this up. Some guy, he brought this to a guy beforehand, before finding me, and he ended up drilling into this because he couldn't get the bolt out. There's a bolt that goes here, and you're supposed to torque it every time you use it. The guy like got the bolt out or something, and I don't see a bolt in there, and I can't feel one through here, but the thing wouldn't come off. I got that bolt basically out on the other side, but we're just gonna weld it solid and probably end up putting a gusset right here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Just leveled everything out, make sure it's like in plane, not looking weird, which it looks good. Looks stock, just besides the modifications. So that's sweet. Our measurements are correct, so I'm going to just assume that it's going to fit on the boat actually. I haven't actually set it on there because I haven't had enough hands to actually do it, but I'm going to get this tacked, that side and this side, weld that, and then figure out how I'm going to do the gussets. Either something here to here. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll do something like that. Kind of see. Came out pretty sick. got all of these, well, these two. It'll focus. Got these two welded up on each side like you just saw. Got that welded up in between there that I forgot to hit. And then, yeah, basically I'm gonna make some type of gusset that goes here to here, either just on the outside or in the middle, or I'm not quite sure yet, but then this thing will be done and it's gonna get fitted up on the boat and bolted down and be ready to use. So get that all done and I'll show you guys. Yeehaw! Rowdy. Boy howdy. Rowdy howdy. Shit. Well, we know where it's gonna sit. Well, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. The ski rack turned out sick. Eric was super pleased with how it came out. He's actually a super busy guy. He gonna be farming for the rest of the season, and come spring he'll be planting, so it'll be next summer before this thing's done on his part of the side. So he's gonna get it painted and like do all that and get it mounted to the boat, get all the speakers and do all that stuff. So when that happens, I'll get you guys just like a short clip of it on the YouTube, on the channel, and show you what it looks like and how sweet it actually came out. So, and I also just wanted to say we got some new designs dropping that are similar to my fabrication business on the side. So if you guys like that, I'm gonna throw a couple pictures up right now and let me know what you think of them, and if you want them on shirts or stickers or what you want to see, let me know and we'll make that happen. Oh, and again, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, thanks for being on the Hoodie Brothers AutoFab channel. We really appreciate it. It's been really cool, just all the projects we've been able to pump out and all that stuff. So thanks for being here and peace out.